guys, I'm Author Ear Reading, and today for you I'm going to be starting my planning process for Q2 of 2023. So this year I have gotten off to a bumpy start. I'll get into it in a little minute. Currently I am using the HP90 planner, which I will link down below. It's an amazing planner. I use the undated Monday start version. And I have a story as to why it's hole punched on both sides. I will insert a clip after this of me hole punching it. However, when I printed it, the holes are already made on this paper, and so when I printed it on the wrong side. So it came out on the wrong side, and I had to, thankfully I have an A5 hole punch, but it's going to be a little bit wonky on some of the days because it punches out some of the numbers, but it's better than having to buy more paper, which is super expensive, so I'm just going to stick with this one for the next quarter. I will say that Q2 is always my favorite as far as I've experienced. I actually started writing my novel, Soul Chaser, in Q2 of 2021. I can't remember, honestly. It's been a little while. It's been a hot minute since I started writing it, but I started writing it in Q2 because that's when spring happens here in Canada, and it's really just a lot of life and happiness coming in and a lot of creativity for me, and a lot of, in the new year, we always get sick. We always have a lot of stuff going on, and this year was extra amount of stuff going on, so I've just been busy, sick constantly for the last 2 months. It is the beginning of March 4th, when I'm recording this, and I wanted to start my planning process early so that I could get it done really well for Q2 this year, and I had been intending to start my planning process earlier for several quarters, and it just hasn't happened yet, so I'm hoping that this time it works really well. But of course I'll take you along for the journey. Today I'm going through pages 1 through 9 of the planner, and I'm going to just try and get those pages done today. Hopefully I can. We'll see where that's at. And then I also have some other things to do today, so hopefully it won't take me too long. The beginning pages I'm fairly used to, but I want to really take my time with them, so I'm hoping this might take me an hour at the most. As far as planning this goes, I'm not doing my quarterly review yet because I still have some major things that need to get done in my writing goal, because I'm currently formatting my book and then it's proofreading, and so there's a whole bunch of stuff in my quarterly review that is upcoming that I haven't done yet, so I'm excited to do that review, but I'll probably do it later at the end of the month of March. This took me over 30 minutes. So this planner, another mishap, I didn't quite have enough of the brown paper, so I have some of the white paper at the bottom here too. A little mismatchy, but it's not the end of the world, and it'll still function as a planner. So I'm very excited. I do a minimalist setup of my A5 binder, so I'm not going to change that currently. I'll probably change it at the beginning of the quarter, add in some spring stuff. So I'm very excited. I'm going to jump in. I'm going to try and get some work done for a little bit. We'll see how it goes. Alright, so I got through page 5 done, and I was really trying to slow down, think about it really hard, and think about what I've been rooting into the past few months, so that was really nice to kind of sit down and do that. I'm going to take a break, and then I'll finish up for today, but I think it's going well. Hey guys, sorry, this lighting is really bad because I have a tension headache because my neck is tight, so I'm trying to keep the lights down low, trying to manage. I still have a few pages left. I'm going to try and do those now since I just took a bath and I'm feeling a little bit better, so I'm going to hydrate and try to get those pages done for today just because I'm taking tomorrow off. It's my sister's birthday, so I'm very excited but I need to get this done. So hopefully it'll take me maybe 25 minutes is my guess, and I'll be able to hopefully go through all of it. Alright, so I actually managed to get it done. I didn't film the last bit, but I did do these pages, and it's all done through page 9, so I'm going to be done with this today. I'm really happy with how it turned out. I'm really happy with where the planning's going. So this step of the process is just daydreaming, just kind of picturing what your future life should look like and what you want to do for your life, basically. And so that's what these pages are. And I went a little bit different than I normally do, so I'm excited to see where I can go. Next, I'll be working on the lists, which usually takes me the longest. It's like the lists of everything in your brain dump it, power, just like everything. And it usually takes me a few days to get everything out because I'm like, I've forgotten something, I don't remember, I feel like there's more. And so it usually takes me a couple days to work through that, but I'll be working on that next week. So again, I'll probably take you through that. Today I'm tackling the hardest part, in my opinion, ish. Second hardest thing in setting up this planner, and that is the brain dump. It might take a couple days to actually finish and sift through the lists. Alright, so I went through and I did all of these pages, and it took a good little while, but I'm done all of through page 15. So that means I'm done planning for today, and that went pretty well. I think I got everything done that I needed to, like in the information. Hey everyone, it is time again to do my second, like actually this I would probably call is the hardest part, which is doing the task blocks. So with the HB90 system is a task block system. So in the task blocks you have 30-minute segments, and I'm not going to go a whole bunch into this, but I've previously set my time up in a specific way, and currently I'm not sure how I want my time to set up. This is one of the major changes going into Q2 for me, that I'm not sure how I want my dates to look. And so this is going to be the hardest part, I think, for me during this whole planning process. I get excited to make the projects, and I generally know how I want them to form and how each sticky note wants to look. And considering that I'm going to be changing up one of my projects, it might be a little bit different this year, but timing is hardest. So I've been working on my plan, and I've kind of been blocking out time according to my goals, which is different than what I normally do. And I listed out all my tasks that I normally do and kind of how long they take me and that kind of an estimate. And I'm still not sure if I've created enough space, enough time, and so I'm like hesitating and not sure how to continue. Because this plan is currently the most, if I do the most or around the same each week, I'm cutting it down by about 20 hours ish a week as far as my calculations are. Maybe not 20 hours, maybe it's 10 hours by 20 task blocks, so that's 10 hours. 10 hours a week, and currently. And that means getting rid of a lot of projects and kind of narrowing down my projects a little bit, and also like I've got to figure out my content, because my content is like a major drain on my energy currently, and so I'm trying to come up with a way that this YouTube channel here, I'll probably do an announcement video, but I think I'm going to try and get in the next 2 to 3 weeks all my content ready and prepped. Well, next 3 to 4 weeks it'll be up and ready, and all of the captions, everything ready to upload for the next 3 months. And then that way I won't have to think about YouTube for, other than every Wednesday a little bit, just pop on, go through the video, make sure it's good, and that's all I'll have to do for YouTube, unless I'm vlogging something important. Hey guys, it is now getting getting closer to the start of Q2. And today I worked through, I didn't film all of it, but I got my goals set up, and I'll read those out in just a second, but I also got my task time blocks set up, which went pretty good, but there's still a chance that it could change, and then I started setting up a couple projects. But other than that, that's all I got done today. But the task blocks took me a little bit of time, and then, that's how that works. So I'm going to take you through kind of what my goals are that I've set for this quarter. Alright, so for the HB90 system, you set 3 goals, and I use the 3 different Kanban sections in a Kanban board. This is my to-do, doing, and done section on my Kanban board, and then my admin Kanban board that I need to replace and fix. So this is goal 1, goal 2, and goal 3 for me every time. So this one's always my writing goal, this one's always my physical goal, and this one's always mental health and hobbies goal. So this section on the top for goal 1 says, publish Soul Chaser and rewrite book 2. Continue building healthy, creative habits. And then I've put a money goal for publishing, just to kind of see how I do for my estimates, but that's just a personal finance goal, not super high or anything, just a little bit since this is my debut novel. Second goal is find health and joy through movement and habits, and I'm pretty excited about doing this one. I have a new way of how I'm going to approach this, a little bit more planning put into it, so I'm excited to work on this one. Goal 3, I put as use healing practices and continue to work intentionally on hobbies. Now this quarter I'm going to be lowering the amount I do in this one and more intentionally working on specific tasks. I decided to do that because I was using too much time just working on the little things every day, which is great if you're building habits, but these are my hobbies, and I kind of wanted to make them more project oriented and then kind of work on a project until it's completed, or kind of work on one specific hobby for a little while, just so that I don't have myself spread too thin. And I'm excited to work on that specifically. So all my goals, I'm super excited about this quarter. I'm not sure which one will lag behind. There's always one goal that lags behind a little bit in each quarter, I feel like. This quarter, I think it was this section. I got quite a bit done, and I'm still about to get more done, but I only have 1 week left, and I only removed a couple sticky notes from up here, which is great. I'll talk more about that when I reset my board, but I've only removed a few from this section, which is amazing, but this is definitely the hardest section that I've had to actually keep up with. This one has been doing amazing, and I'm super happy with it. Look at all those line edits, and I'm super pumped to get the proof copy done. Hey guys, it is officially day 1, technically, of Q2. So generally, honestly, I never work on day 1 of Q2 or of a quarter because I'm always either really exhausted from doing a whole bunch of stuff the last week, or I am still planning. I usually fall into one of those 2 categories. I don't think I've ever been fully prepared and started, maybe the first time. Well, maybe Q2 last year I was, but never fully. So this quarter I am falling into the second category I mentioned. I am not done planning. So as you've seen, I have been working on doing the sticky notes, and I'm almost done. I think I've got a couple left to do, and then I'm completely done writing out the sticky notes, and then now it's just setting up the plans for each of the things that I want to plan for, and then it's jumping into what I actually want for this quarter. Another thing I have to do is do a review. My goal today is to finish planning, to set up my Kanban board and my goals tracker, and then just reset my board. So it's a lot of work to get done, and I think it'll probably take me over an hour and a half to do. I'm guessing around 2 hours to complete. so I'm gonna hop on that immediately and try and get it done. I apologize for the bad lighting, but this is the A5 binder I have been using this quarter, and I set it up here on the channel, so if you want to check that out, I will link the video down below. But this is just a much simpler planner setup than the one I had previously been using. So in the front here, I have some of the sticky notes that I knew I wouldn't get done, but I wanted to move over to next quarter. And so I put them in here so that I didn't have to rewrite them. But those are ones that didn't get done this quarter. And I'll kind of give you a look at the board in just a minute. Basically, what did I get done this quarter? What didn't I accomplish? What time sinks do I have? What could I do better next quarter? And my ideal vision for my life, things like that. So I can kind of get an idea. This is generally supposed to be done before you do your next quarterly planning, because then you have a good state of where your mind was at this time and where you want to improve. I generally have a pretty good self-assessment, and so I'm generally right on where I want to be when I'm planning anyways. But my planner this quarter is actually going to be on the brown paper, and I'm excited to see how it looks in the planner. But I'm going to first get this review done, finish with the sticky notes, and then I'm going to set up my boards. Alright, so I just finished making this. This is all pencil because I do not want to line that in because it took so long to just make it in pencil, but this is what I'm going to be using to track my goals. With the HB90 system, you want to set a tangible, reachable goal, and sometimes she suggests numbers for things like social media or maybe a percentage of your tasks that get complete, but I didn't find that those worked for me. The numbers one just made me really depressed, and it made me really anxious in comparison. And so I got rid of that goal quite quickly. Like, I stopped doing them because it just made me frustrated. But then I tried tracking and just going with it, not really setting necessarily a goal like that, and that didn't really work either. I tried point system. I tried 2 different ways to do point system. And it was just, this is kind of following the point system that I had set up originally in my planner. So if you've seen any of my videos where I talk about my points system, it's kind of what I'm going to be doing with this. So if I get something done on that day of the quarter, then I can take a stamp it, and then know that I did something in each of my goals on that day of the quarter. And see how many days I actually do something for my goals. And instead of tracking points, I'll be tracking how many days total I worked on my goals in Q2. So this is my admin board. It's falling off. It's not in good shape at all, and this particular board takes the residue off the sticky notes and keeps it, and it's just bent and won't go back on. It's a dead board. This one has been working really, really well. It still won't stick to this side because of whatever warping has gone on with my desk, but this board worked way better this quarter, and I'm really happy with it. So I'm going to try the same thing with my admin. So I'll be putting my admin board right on the side of my desk here. We'll see if this stays with tape. I might have to sticky tack it, but this is it up so far, and I'm pretty excited with how it looks. It is cut unevenly, as you can see, but it is on the board. Alright, so these are the 2 boards. I'm going to reset my boards before I put this one up, but it's looking good. I'm so happy with it. It's a little bit bigger than this one, width and height-wise, but I think that'll work better for this quarter. Now pretty much what's left is to finish up some planning stuff and to actually reset the boards. Alright, so currently, it's been a little bit since I last filmed this morning, but I'm going to basically take off all these sticky notes at the bottom here and reset my board and put my new board and my new admin board up. So that's what I'm going to do right now. It's time to reset the boards. So I just wanted to pause and show you the stack. I don't think I've ever had more sticky notes in a single quarter done. This is absolutely crazy. Considering how this quarter started out, I will link my vlogs down below that I tried starting my routine. The beginning of this quarter, I was very sick. It was a cold. It was really just, we always get sick after Christmas and New Year. It always happens. But I was off schedule, and then I pushed really hard and I burnt out several times. But then I, like, look at this stack. Holding it is massive. I don't even know what to say. So I'm really proud of everything that I did to make this massive pile of sticky notes. I always keep my sticky notes from a year in a baggie together to see what I've accomplished by the end of the year. And that's a really good start to the baggie. I don't know if I'll be able to fit all the quarters in here if they're all like this. The board is all set up. I'm gonna kind of walk you through what I'm excited about this quarter and kind of what the overall massive projects are. So for goal 1, technically my writing and my admin. So goal 1 is to publish Soul Chaser and rewrite book 2 for Soul Chaser, and some newsletter stuff and other things that are going along with that, a bunch of admin and YouTube and other things on this board. So this is my admin board, and it's done in yellow, but it's technically connected to my goal 1. Goal 2 is my physical goal, and I've done some different things planning wise, and I've set up my health journal. If you guys are curious about that, let me know in the comments down below, and I will make a separate video on how I did that. This is my goal 3, and this quarter I wanted to reintroduce a couple things, and I took away a lot. So this quarter, there's actually a whole bunch less in this particular section so that I could focus more on this one and spending some relaxing time instead of having such a compact schedule. This is from last quarter. So that's kind of the overview of what it looks like. I'm going to have to move a whole bunch down because we've already started week 1 in the quarter, but this is kind of the look at my Kanban boards. I already finished that one, setting up my health journal. But I'm really excited with how this board looks and how they look next to each other. So that got me super pumped, and this board seems to be sticking well, so I'm happy about that. As far as quarterly planning goes, I've done quarterly planning for about a year now, just over a year, with the HB90 system, fully with the HB90 planner. But I've been working with the quarterly system, doing what I could based off of how I knew the HB90 system without actually having the planner for about a year before that. So I've been working with the system for a really long time and finding what works for me. And so that's one thing I really love about the system. Again, HB90 planner will be linked down below. It is an amazing planner system, and she runs the HB90 course every quarter. So if you want to just do it with her course and her advice and help, she is awesome, and I will link her YouTube channel down below. But for the purposes of my Q2 planning, I'm really excited for this quarter. I'm really excited for Q2 because it's always my most productive quarter as far as the 2 years that I've been working with this quarterly system, because it's spring here in Canada. It's snowing currently outside, but it's March, well, it's beginning of April now, but it starts to get spring outside and new life, and I can walk outside more, and it just feels really happy in the air. And that's usually when I get the most done, particularly in my writing. That's actually when I started writing. Soul Chaser was in April of 2021. So this system works well for adapting your massive to-do list into something that's more manageable. So this particular system has taken me a long time to get exactly how I like it. And that's okay for me. I'm glad that I've experimented with it and stuck it out and tried different things. And this quarter I'm going light on certain things and heavier on others in certain aspects. I doubt that my whole rewrite will be done this quarter. I think it'll probably take me more than 3 months to rewrite book 2. However, I could be wrong. It could only take me 3 months, which would be a miracle because I'm releasing another book in between these 3 months. So my book, Soul Chaser, is coming out May 1st. If you want to go follow me over on social media, I give more frequent updates there, but I'm going to be hopefully setting up a pre-order soon, so stay tuned for that as well. I'm so glad you decided to watch this video. Please like it. If you're new here, please subscribe. I would really love to have you here, and I make videos like this or on my writing routine. It will be going down. I won't be putting as many videos out in Q2 because I really don't want to be on my phone and on worrying about filming all the time, and so I have lowered my YouTube videos to every other week. So just keep that in mind here, but I usually post every Wednesday, now every other Wednesday once you'll be seeing this, and so just keep that in mind as you subscribe and stick around for more. I'm super excited to get working on this, and I'll probably do a vlog on my new routine because I'm in currently a new house as well, and that's been a fun experience. So I will probably do a vlog on all of that coming up, but thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye!